Hello everybody, and welcome to these readings on behalf of Independent Arts. I'm going to be reading you some poetry today. The first poem is by William Wordsworth. He's a wonderful poet, and he used to live in Grasmere in the Lake District, where I used to holiday. Above the place where he's buried is a beautiful oak tree, and there I have collected lots of acorns. And I planted some of these acorns once, and out of them grew a beautiful oak tree. It's planted in Scotland, but it's still doing well from all I hear. Anyway, the first poem I'm going to read to you by him is probably his most famous. It's called I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills, and dances with the daffodils. Again by William Wordsworth, another poem. This one is called The Green Linnet. Beneath these fruit tree boughs that shed their snow-white blossoms on my head, with brightest sunshine round me spread of spring's unclouded weather, in this sequestered nook, how sweet to sit upon my orchard seat, and birds and flowers once more to greet, my last year's friends together. One have I marked, the happiest guest in all this covert of the blest. Hail to thee, far above the rest in joy of voice and pinion. Thou, linnet, in thy green array, presiding spirit here today, dost lead the revels of the May, and this is thy dominion. While birds and butterflies and flowers make all one band of paramours, thou, ranging up and down the bowers, art sole in thy employment. A life, a presence, like the air, scattering thy gladness without care, too blessed with any one to pair thyself, thy own enjoyment. Amid yon tuft of hazel trees that twinkle to the gusty breeze, behold him perched in ecstasies, yet seeming still to hover. There, where the flutter of his wings upon his back and body flings shadows and sunny glimmerings that cover him all over. My dazzled sight he oft deceives, a brother of the dancing leaves, then flits and from the cottage eaves pours forth his song in gushes, as if by that exulting strain he mocked and treated with disdain the voiceless form he chose to feign, while fluttering in the bushes. These next 3 poems have a theme. The theme is freedom, mindfulness, and joy. It is Everywhere by Remen Graves. Green leaves, wind-kissed, closed palms, fresh hope, deep river, free flow, no signs, open road, wide sky, grow wings, feel light, dream big. No frame, new eyes, from dark find light. Hug air, laugh loud, breathe deep, dance wild. Smile wide, shut eyes, hold chest, close mind. Ask cloud, ask wind, ask earth, ask field, how to live free. Hold on, let go, give trust, lend heart. Fall down, get up, eat fear, drink hope. This next poem reminds me of the beautiful Isle of Wight. It's called If Once You Have Slept on an Island, and it's by Rachel Field. If once you have slept on an island, you'll never be quite the same. You may look as you looked the day before and go by the same old name. You may bustle about in street and shop. You may sit at home and sew. But you'll see blue water and wheeling gulls wherever your feet may go. You may chat with the neighbours of this and that, and close to your fire keep. But you'll hear ship whistle and lighthouse bell, and tides beat through your sleep. Oh, you won't know why, and you can't say how such a change upon you came. But once you have slept on an island, you'll never be quite the same. Freedom by Olive Runner. Give me the long, straight road before me. A clear, cold day with a nipping air. Tall, bare trees to run on beside me. A heart that is light and free from care. Then let me go. I care not whither my feet may lead, for my spirit shall be free as the brook that flows to the river, free as the river that flows to the sea. Next, I'm going to read you some sonnets. The first is by William Shakespeare, and it's his sonnet number 18. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou oust, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Remember, by Christina Rossetti. Remember me when I am gone away, gone far away into the silent land, when you can no more hold me by the hand, nor I half turn to go, yet turning stay. Remember me when no more, day by day, you tell me of our future that you planned. Only remember me. You understand it will be late to counsel then or pray. Yet if you should forget me for a while and afterwards remember, do not grieve. For if the darkness and corruption leave a vestige of the thoughts that once I had, better by far you should forget and smile than you should remember and be sad. Désespoir by Oscar Wilde. Désespoir is French for despair. The seasons mend their ruin as they go, for in spring the narcissus shows its head, nor withers till the rose has flamed to red. And in the autumn purple violets blow, and the slim crocus stirs the winter snow. Wherefore yon leafless trees will bloom again, and this grey land grow green with summer rain, and send up cowslips for some boy to mow. But what of life, whose bitter hungry sea flows at our heels, and gloom of sunless night covers the days which never more return? Ambition, love, and all the thoughts that burn we lose too soon, and only find delight in withered husks of some dead memory. And I thought I'd finish these readings with a couple of amusing poems. This first one is called The Cow Who Jumped Over the Moon, and it's by a famous actress called Dame Celia Johnson. It says here that she performed it at a house party given by Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, in March 1982, only a few weeks before she died, in actual fact. According to Sir Roy Strong, who was there, the wonderfully silly readings stole the show. The Cow Who Jumped Over the Moon by Celia Johnson. The cow who jumped over the moon remarked, gazing up at the sky, "I think I shall try those Olympics. There's no one as clever as I. If I went in for the high jump, I'd be sure of a medal, you see. Or is it grammatically better to say, there's no one as clever as me?" The head of the herd, called Daisy, methodically chewing the cud, said, "You haven't jumped over the moon, my dear, since eons before the flood. And though it was simply delightful, I must proffer a slight demur. What I am trying to say is, you are not so young as you were. As far as I can remember, that dog was rather a flop. I am all for some laughter and jollity, but he never knew when to stop. And the spoon with that dish was disgraceful. They caused the most fearful to do. There hasn't been quite such a rumpus since the woman who lived in that shoe. The cow who jumped over the moon replied, giving a tentative hop, "There may be something in what you say. It's a long way over the top. I think I shall have to forego the fame, and the dais with me in the middle, and the honour and glory, the flags and the cheers, and the band playing Hey Diddle Diddle." The head of the herd, called Daisy, said with a satisfied glance, "Your nobleness does you credit. One must give the heifers a chance. And thanks to your shining example, some of them aren't too dud." And after this selfless decision, they returned to chewing the cud. In the Land of the Bumbley Boo by the wonderful Spike Milligan. In the land of the Bumbley Boo, the people are red, white and blue. They never blow noses or ever wear closes. What a sensible thing to do. In the land of the Bumbley Boo, you can buy lemon pie at the zoo. They give away foxes in little pink boxes and bottles of dandelion stew. In the land of the Bumbley Boo, you never see a gnu, but thousands of cats wearing trousers and hats made of pumpkins and pelican glue. This is the chorus. Oh, the Bumbley Boo, that's the place for me and you. So hurry, let's run. The train leaves at 1 for the land of the Bumbley Boo. The wonderful Bumbley Boo, boo, boo. The wonderfully Bumbley Boo. Bye-bye.